Our course code is DIPL ENG2 2012S, or Aviation Technical English. Okay. Our topic for this morning is contemporary communication. Okay. Now, for our learning objectives, at the end of the discussion, we will be able to define contemporary communication and then identify and explain the different kinds of contemporary communication and give the importance of contemporary communication and the last one, apply and use the current communication technology in our daily life. Okay, so let us now start our discussion. Now, communication is uh, key to building relationships, and modern forms of communication allows us to stay in touch with friends and family from anywhere in the world. Now, today, modern technology dominates our communication. Now, we have a massive range of ways in which we can stay connected, but each channel of communication can influence our relationship in a different way. Now, we have the what we call contemporary communication. Now, this contemporary communication is a modern communication wherein people can communicate using the internet connection without all the complexities that come with data rates by either audio, video calls, or sending text messages, images, video, audio, media messages from one smartphone to another. Okay, now uh, this contemporary communication is said to be the modern communication nowadays, or the what we call e-communication. Now, why do we study contemporary communication? Now, the value of learning and studying contemporary communication is not only to keep relevant in today's society, but to learn what works for the future. Now, e-communication is today's contemporary communication, just what I have said a while ago. Now, what works for the electronic age today is only a glimpse into what the future will be. Okay, this shows why modern communication is important in our present lifestyle uh, nowadays, uh, especially now that we are facing a pandemic that face-to-face communication is not allowed. So the popularity of modern communication increases over days and years. Okay. Now, what are the importance of contemporary communication? Now, some people belonging to various social levels may go for the idea of some scientists and technologies, which says better, faster, and cheaper. Okay, this aptly describes current or the newer communication techniques that we have in the world today. Now, truly, the transmission and recording of ideas have never been faster, better, and cheaper. Now, another importance of contemporary communication is that it reduces the distance and makes the flow of information faster. Okay? Now, it also saves time, budget, and labor, information, ideas, and opinions, which can be shared among many persons at any given time through modern means of communication. Okay, so that those are the importance of uh, contemporary communication. Now I have here an illustration or picture of some uh, some means of contemporary communication. We have here email, or you've got mail. We have here what do you call this? Video call. Okay. We have here live chat, and we have here some gadgets or tools that can be used in e-communication. Okay. Now, let's discuss the different communication or modern communication tools. Okay. So, let's have first the social media. Okay, so this is very popular nowadays, social media. Okay, what is a social media? Now, it is a computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of ideas, thoughts, and information through the building of virtual networks and communities. Now, uh, by design, social media is internet-based and gives users quick electronic communication content. Now, social media is important because it allows us to reach, nurture, and engage with our target audience, no matter what the location is. Okay, now when a business can use social media to connect with its audience, it can use social media to generate brand awareness, leads, sales, and revenue. Now, uh, uh, there are some social media platforms like uh, Facebook, Twitter, Yahoo, Pinterest, LinkedIn. So those are some examples of social media platforms. Okay, so let's discuss it one by one. Okay, now the first one is, of course, the Facebook. So this is a very uh, popular free social networking website that allows registered users to create profiles, upload photos and video, send messages, and keep in touch with friends, family, and colleagues. So most of us nowadays have this what we call Facebook account. Okay. Again, this is where you can create your profile, upload photos and videos, and send messages to keep in touch with your friends. Okay. Now, another one is the uh, Twitter. Okay. This Twitter is a free microblogging service that allows registered members to broadcast short posts called tweets. Okay. So Twitter members can broadcast tweets and follow other users' tweets by using multiple platforms and devices. Okay. So some of us have this Twitter. Okay. We have so many followers. Okay. And then we have here Wikipedia is a free open content online encyclopedia created through the collaborative effort of a community of users known as Wikipedians. Okay, so if you want to research on a certain topic, then you can make use of Wikipedia because it is an online encyclopedia. Okay, and then we have Reddit it is a social news website and forum where stories are socially curated and promoted by site members. Now, the site is composed of hundreds of sub-communities known as subreddits. The goal is to send well-regarded stories to the top of the site's main thread page. Okay? So another example of social media platform is what we call the Pinterest. Okay. Now, this Pinterest is a social curation website for sharing and categorizing images found online. Now, Pinterest requires brief descriptions, but the main focus of the site is visual. Now, clicking an image or clicking on an image will take a user to the original source. For example, okay, by clicking on a picture of a pair of shoes might redirect users to a purchasing site. Okay, and another example is that an image of, for example, a blueberry pancakes might redirect the user to its recipe. So that is Pinterest. Okay. Now, we have also LinkedIn. It is a social networking site designed specifically for the business community. Now, the goal of this site is to allow registered members to establish and document networks of people they know and trust professionally. Okay, I know you are very familiar with this social media platforms. Okay, now another tool. So those are the examples of social media platforms. Now, the second communication or modern communication tool is what we call uh, social media direct message, okay, or direct messaging. Now, DM, in a digital world, DM usually stands for direct message, okay. A DM is a private mode of communication between social media users. Now, when you send a direct message, only you and the recipient can see the content. Okay. Now, social media doesn't necessarily need to be completely public. Almost every social media channel offers a direct messaging option. So some of these messaging services even have their or their own messaging app, such as Facebook Messenger. Okay. Now another one is instant messaging, or IM. Okay, IM is a form of text-based communication in which two persons participate in a single conversation over their computers or mobile devices within an internet-based chat room. Now, this instant messaging is a great tool for quick informal chats or group chats. Okay. Now, we have also the what we call short messaging service. It is a text messaging service component of most telephone, internet, and mobile device systems. It uses standardized communication protocols to enable mobile devices to exchange short text messages. Now, these days, we are almost always within arm's reach of a mobile device. So it is not a surprise that more people are using their smartphones uh, more than their computers to search, research, and communicate. Now, making it the perfect platform to engage with your audience. Okay. Now, the very popular email. Okay, it is an electronic mail. Okay, a tool that consists of um, network of wires and digital electronic signals where message can be sent to an individual or group when the recipient sign on their computer. Now, we have also the email marketing. Okay, email marketing can be used for many different purposes, including to push products and services, spread news, raise brand awareness, or to deliver a message to the masses. Okay, so email marketing is just like advertising a product or service or services through email. Okay, now with email marketing, those email addresses will enable us to reconnect with old clients as well as to connect with new potential clients. Okay. Now, another one here is blogging. Okay. So this is also a very popular communication tool. Okay. A blog is a conversational styled website that enables to publish messages, news, knowledge, or any other kind of information on the World Wide Web for everyone to see. Now, most blogs include comment section in which you can engage with those link-minded people that are interested in your blog post. Okay, this is why it is a great platform for communication. Okay, now another one is voice calling. Voice calling is even more personalized than the channels previously mentioned. Okay, the telephone or mobile phone instantly allows both parties to hear the tones and emotions of the other caller and is one of the most commonly used communication tools. Okay, voice calling. Okay, now another one here is video chat. Okay, video chat. Okay, so it enables both parties to see each other. Okay, allowing you to be able to read body language and facial expressions. So this is also a very popular means of communication nowadays. Okay, video chat. Okay, now we have chat. Okay, chatting. Yan. Now, chat as an online term describes the way people communicate in real time. Now, typically in an online chat session, messages are typed to each other using their keyboard. The message then appears on the screen or on the screens of all the participants. Now, chat can engage two or more people in a conversation. Okay, so that is what we call chat. Okay, and then we have here video marketing. Okay, video has really taken off over the last few years with the help of social channels like YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. Now, it is easier to record videos with smartphones and cameras which are always handily available. Okay, now it is important that you get your message across in a variety of formats and videos. Uh, it is one of the most popular ways in which you can do marketing, video marketing. Okay, and then we have also live web chats. Okay, now it allow people on your website to ask your questions directly in real time without leaving your website. Okay, another one. Here we have virtual reality or VR. Now, it refers to a computer-generated simulation in which a person can interact within an artificial three-dimensional environment using electronic devices such as goggles uh, or googles with the screen or gloves fitted with sensors. Now, uh, here are some amazing uses of virtual reality today. Okay, so it can be used in the recruitment and training. Okay, now some companies are now recruiting and training their workforce by using virtual reality that engages the employees in seemingly real work challenges and scenarios. Okay, for example, uh, during recruitment, a company can make use of simulated interviews and choose the best candidates for the job. Okay. Now, a company can also train employees from different physical locations at the same time using virtual reality. Now, another uses of virtual reality is that work collaboration in the workplace. Okay. Now, some companies have embraced virtual sharing to allow personnel to collaborate on assignments without relocating on one physical location. So, for example, when a company has remote workers from different geographical locations, so it is necessary that they coordinate and complete tasks on time using virtual reality. It can also be used in creating ideas and forecasting trends. Now, virtual reality allows businesses to come up with fresh ideas and perform tests before implementing them in the actual environment. Okay? And then it can also be used in pain management. Okay? Now, um, the use of virtual reality in medicine is widespread. Okay. Now, for example, this technology has been used in pain management um, for patients undergoing treatments that inflict uh, insurmountable pain, like cancer, high degree burns, uh, physiotherapy treatments, and broken limbs. Okay. And then also, it can also be used in training medical students and treatment of PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. What is post-traumatic stress disorder? It is a mental disorder that faces petrifying experiences like sexual abuse or sexual assault. Okay. Now, how is it done? Okay. Now, virtual reality can assist in treating the fears in patients with PSTD, okay, by helping them to replay what they went through before. Now, as a result, reliving the experiences can help the medical team to understand the patient's condition and come up with the ways to help them cope better. Okay, so that is how virtual reality assists the patients with PTSD. Okay, now it can also be used in training on social cognition to manage autism. Okay, those who those children who are autistic. And then also virtual reality helps manage and treat anxiety disorder. So when you say anxiety disorder, it is excessive uh, or too much worrying. Okay. Okay. So that is virtual reality. And then we have also fax machine, another tool. Going back to the tool, fax machine is a shorter term for facsimile transmission. It can be used to communicate with people across the globe. So photocopies of pictures or letters can be transmitted to different places in the world in a matter of seconds. Okay, now cellular phone, all of us nowadays have cellular phone, okay, or cell phone. This mobile radio telephone transmission that has an area which is divided into cells. Okay, now internet is the interconnection of computer networks that enables connected machines to communicate directly. Now, it is popularly refers to a particular global interconnection of government, education, and business computer networks that is available. Okay, so another, let us see, World Wide Web or WWW. Okay, so it is a collection of files called websites or web pages, which includes textual, graphic, sound, and video information, as well as links to other files. Okay, World Wide Web. Okay, now another one here is desktop publishing. Okay, it is the use of computer and software to create visual displays of ideas and information. Now, desktop publishing document may be for desktop or commercial printing or electronic distribution, including PDF, slideshows, emails or email newsletters, and electronic books. Now, desktop publishing technology can do the following. So these are the functions or the uses. Okay. Desktop publishing technology produce a document either creating the writer's own design or using prepared format such as newsletter, flyers, proposals, and other types of standard communication. Okay. So this desktop publishing technology is used in making newsletters and flyers, proposals, etc. And then it also combines text and graphic materials that have been created in separate word processing and graphic application program. Now, desktop publishing technology can print a document either as a master copy for printing or as a multiple copies for distribution. Okay, so these are the uses of desktop publishing technology. Okay, so what else? Okay, hypertext. Okay, hypertext is text displayed on a computer or other electronic devices with references to other texts that the reader can immediately access. Now, hypertext documents are interconnected with hyperlinks, which are typically activated by a mouse click, key press set, or by touching the screen. Okay, and then we have here the very popular one nowadays, which is the video conferencing. Okay, video conferencing is a technology that allows users in different locations to hold face-to-face meetings without having to move to a single location together. Now, uses of video conferencing include holding routine meetings, negotiating business deals, and interviewing job candidates. Now that we are facing the pandemic, we are not allowed to have or conduct face-to-face interaction. We make use of this video conferencing, okay, online. Okay, in education, in business, in among family members, among friends. Okay, now what are the examples of this video conferencing? So we have the Zoom. Okay, the Zoom is the leader modern enterprise video communications with an easy, reliable cloud platform for video and audio conferencing. Okay, and then we have Google Meet. It is a video communication service developed by Google. It is one of two applications that constitute the replacement for Google Hangouts and Google Chat. Okay, so you can choose Zoom or Google Meet. Okay, now in conclusion, I mean, so those are the different contemporary means of communication that we can make use of. Okay, now in conclusion, this shows why modern communication is important to our present life. Okay, especially now that we are facing a global pandemic, that face-to-face interaction is not allowed. So with these modern communication tools, the popularity of modern or contemporary communication increases over days and years. Now today, contemporary communication is deeply intertwined with the human life. No one can think of human life without modern communication. Now, the world keeps on changing, developing, and progressing, and so with communication. Okay, so that ends or that concludes our discussion for this morning about contemporary communication. Thank you for taking time attending our virtual class this morning. Keep safe, everyone, and God bless. Thank you very much.